Hey everybody, Tim here with tonight's episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 4, Episode 7, Reunion. We have yet another, I believe this is the second fantastic episode directed by Jonathan Frakes, aka Riker, which most of you should already know that. So this episode is a sequel, if you will, of Emissary, the Season 2, Episode 20 episode, where Kalar returns. So, for those that don't remember, in Emissary, Kalar was an emissary of the Klingon Empire, and she kind of has this love relationship with Worf, and they clearly had a past, and then it kind of rekindles, and then Worf is ready to, do the chanting or whatever it is, the oath, where basically get married, and she's like, no, this was a fun night, let's just leave it here, and she leaves, much to Worf's dismay. And then from there, we had the Sins of the Father episode, where Worf is now dishonored in the Klingon culture, in the Klingon homeworld. So this is kind of a sequel to both of those episodes. And it's another fantastic episode about Klingon heritage and culture in general, which I love how we keep learning more and more about the Klingons. So along with Kalar, she brings her son, Alexander, who they reveal very, very quickly that, yes, Worf is Alexander's father. Which to me, I love the fact that they're starting to include family in this, which is something you don't see very often. Like if you take Riker and Troy, for example, throughout the entire series and even into the movies, they have this on-again, off-again thing, and then they finally get married in Nemesis, but we don't actually see them have children. It's mostly just because studios don't want their main characters being tied down into stuff like that. I mean, that's one more main character we're going to have to start paying. It's garbage, but whatever. And it's something we've broken out of in today's society. So now we have met Alexander, which to me doesn't quite make sense. It's been roughly a year and a half. This kid is clearly like 5 years old. I mean, who knows? Maybe Klingons, because they're a warrior race, even though he's only a year and a half, he pops up really quick. I don't know, whatever. And then, sadly, Kalar, we gain Alexander, but then Kalar is killed by the end of this episode. So we once again kind of see a death ceremony, which we see a couple of times in this episode. Because during all of this, the Chancellor knows that he's being poisoned. And he puts it up to Picard to choose the next Chancellor. And Picard's like, you just disowned my officer. Why am I going to help you? And it goes into a whole long spiel that, if you guys want to know, watch the episode because it's really interesting. But then after the Chancellor dies, they kind of have a ritual where everybody pokes him with a pain stick. And I think this is the second time now that we've seen pain sticks in The Next Generation. And while Worf is teaching Alexander stuff, we see the first bat'leth, the curved knife, which I'm just going to tell you right now, I have always wanted one of these. They're on Amazon. I'm trying to talk my husband into getting me one for my birthday. They're bitchin'. They're just great weapons. And I am that nerd. I have anime swords and stuff, but I don't have a bat'leth. So, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. But this is that first episode where we actually see one, and Worf, is showing him how it's a part of your arm and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to watch all of these little pieces of Klingon culture come out. By the end of the episode, Picard does choose a Chancellor. I think he chose the Chancellor. He chose Gowron, I don't know, however you pronounce it. So Chancellor Gowron is throughout The Next Generation and into Deep Space Nine. He's a major player in Star Trek from here on out. And he's the guy with the huge eyes that you guys probably remember. But yeah, so as far as Klingon episodes go, this one's on point. It was really, really enjoyable. I really liked it. If you guys have seen this one, what do you guys think about the Klingon culture? Obviously, I can't pronounce any of their names. But go ahead, let me know, and I will see you guys next time for Future Imperfect.